What's up, y'all? Small little technical difficulties. Hope everybody is having them a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. It's a chilly one here in Louisville. It's your boy, your defending and reigning. Are you fucking serious? Quiz champion and your forever IC champion. Your boy Matty Reigns. I'm here, and welcome to Boom Goes the Dynamite, our weekly AEW preview show. What's up, Cookies? What's up, Cookies? Hey, I was over here. It's solo to me. It's just me today. So I'm like, yeah, let me try and make sure I get everything together before I be over here trying to do everything else under the sun. But you know, like I said, it's a chilly one. I'm wrapped up again. I'm in my big time hoodie. This hoodie don't even fit me no more. I swim in this, so it's perfect for a day like this. It's yesterday we were under frost advisory. Now we are under freeze warning for tomorrow. But I ain't gotta go out the house. I'm back. I get to stay inside. I might go out and get beer after work. That's a huge might. But enough about me. Let's talk about last night's NXT. But you know what? Even before that, because we do. Mongo set all this up, and this is all wonderfully done by him. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna use it. Thank you, Mongo. We gonna definitely have that ticking right there at the bottom. Because this Boom Goes the Dynamite, the AEW preview show. And we're going to get into a little bit of news. So the first little bit, because this first bit of news, we not going to talk about the big boy just yet. That Brock. We going to say him. We going to say the juicy stuff. Relax. The TNA stars. Leaving by 2025. There you go right there. Jordynne Grace has just readjusted her TNA deal. Now, her and her husband, both of their deals expire January 2025, which, the way the year is going, will be in 2 weeks, as far as I'm concerned. So, that is going to be really, really interesting to see. Oh, Cookies ain't right. Yeah, what's up, Cookies? Yes, Jordynne and her Oompa Loompa are definitely about to be coming over. You damn right, Cookies. You damn right. They are on the way. And they was talking about this earlier this morning in the chat. And it basically came down to, it was like, well, we know she's either gonna be on main roster or like basically like Julia and Stephanie Recur. But he's definitely gonna be in some NXT. That's probably as far as he's going. He ain't about to be on no main roster because the main roster ain't gonna have nothing for him, honestly. I really don't think it is. So we will see. We will see what's gonna happen. I'm not shocked that TNA let her. I'm not shocked they basically were like, yeah, you know, they already know she leaving. They basically are looking at each other like, you know, she leaving, yeah. I know. She's like, y'all know I'm leaving. We both know I'm leaving. Just let me readjust my deal. Just let me readjust my deal. Oh, welcome. The OTJ, aka the only Tito J.
What's good,
So,
UTR? It is time for Boom Goes the motherfucking Dynamite.
you damn right. So yeah, I'm just over here. We just talking about Jordan Grace readjusted her TNA deal. Basically said we know Gresham, he gonna be definitely he gonna be in NXT. We
Oh yeah,
know she gonna be like NXT
they
basically
is
main
gone.
roster.
They is gone. They is both gone. She'll probably have like a little
Yeah,
short stint in NXT. Maybe just have a couple of matches against like Julia and Stephanie Vacour and maybe Delta, but after that, she ain't staying in NXT for long. She going straight main
right.
roster.
Like it's not like that's basically like I was saying. Like they basically are looking at each other like it's almost like Jade. And when she was ready to leave, Tony Khan is like, I mean, I can keep paying you all this money, but I ain't nothing else I can do. She's like, I'm gonna go to WWE. All right, bye. That's basically how TNA is looking at her at this point. Like you've tasted WWE. You've been in WWE a lot now. You want to readjust your deal because you want to leave earlier? All right, fine. Like we can't say no. So we'll see. Hold up. She get her husband a good part-time job.
But then not for nothing, low key WWE is building more territories they can take stars from because you got Cody's Nightmare Factory, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got Booker T's Reality of Wrestling shit, right?
Yep.
Devon's still a producer, right?
He should be.
I think Devon and Bubba got they school still going. Then
Right.
you got Gresham with his little shit. Like low key, they getting a whole little school going on
And
of
they all
excellent
gonna
shit
feed into
outside of
NXT.
WWE.
Now that yeah, like yeah, that's a good point you made. Like they're basically brought back the territory system by using all of their legends or their wrestlers and starting their own little mini promotions and then they're taking their best talent and basically are like, hey, y'all want to look at them in NXT? Oh, or even better, we'll put them on level up. We'll start them out on level up, and then once they start becoming something, then we'll put them on NXT. But they might just be on NXT like uh like Hank started out. Like Hank was just a security guard. Now Hank the Tank. We love Hank the Tank. So that's a good point you brought up. They have definitely came up with a whole new territory system just to feed into NXT in the Performance Center.
And it works. It works because it's like, yo, look at Roxanne. Where did Roxanne came from? Who trained her? Booker T.
Right. What up, Kanation? So yeah, that's definitely a great point you brought up. So then after that, we're gonna get into the real big news. Well, let me get to the right banner. Here we go. Brock Lesnar. Uh Reportedly there are no plans to bring Brock Lesnar back, and Mongo gave me a whole delightful quote that I can read right for you wonderful folks. Let me just keep on. So there we go. It says, update on Lesnar. This is from Fightful Select. Brock Lesnar has been out of action for well over a year, and there are no plans for him to return right now, at least per sources within WWE. Rumors emerged yesterday that Brock Lesnar and WWE had been in talks, and the company was considering bringing him back. That was denied within the company on a high level, with one source saying there are no creative plans in place for Lesnar, and if conversations have occurred, we have not been briefed on that. I said yesterday, I don't think he would even be showing up because of that Vince McMahon stuff. And that's literally what it's earlier this year. Lesnar was referenced in a lawsuit against WWE and Vince McMahon and has been on the sidelines ever since. Lesnar was planned for the Royal Rumble, but his travel was canceled and he was immediately removed from all creative plans. He was supposed to start a major program with Gunther that would have carried into WrestleMania. That ended up becoming Sammy. Sammy beat him, and now we got the Kang General, and now we got the Reign. Just he hate you brokies. So I like the swerve. I like everything where everything is taken since this. Like I'm not mad that Brock ain't coming back because at this point in WWE, in Triple H's WWE, you have to come up with your own part-time stars. Like, we can't still be relying on Vince's people, low key. Like, Brock Lesnar is cool, but like Brock, like, I'm sure Brock is still in tremendous shape, but I'm good on Brock. Like,
Brock just needs to stay a special attraction.
huh?
He just needs Brock. He got to stay a special attraction if he's
Right,
coming back, because
like
because
Brock.
we know, just like when they were talking about, oh, CM Punk is on his way back, everybody said, oh no, there's no talks about that. But listen, there was too many name drops indirectly on Raw the other day. You had Seth saying shit, then you had Cody saying shit. Like, if it ain't gonna happen anytime soon, maybe Rumble. Who knows?
And they said, we're told that Lesnar is among a couple of other names that were told that were not to be mentioned on WWE over the last number of months. Lesnar was not to be brought up in video packages, mentioned on promos, or referenced by commentary if it could be avoided. Now, this past week, we heard them reference Brock Lesnar. So that's why everybody is like, why y'all keep mentioning him? Now, when apparently nobody had heard there was a status change or anything regarding Lesnar, so that might have just them just you basically just like, hey, we're both champions, and what they gonna do to us? Which I don't blame them because that was literally both of the champions talking back and forth. Despite Triple H saying that Lesnar could be back in the fold at a recent press conference, we're told he has not been brought up creatively in quite some time. One source in creative told us they haven't heard any updates regarding Lesnar in months, with another saying they'd be surprised if Lesnar was brought back in the middle of a federal investigation. So yeah, that's honestly because, like I said yesterday, he's besides John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar is the only other person named that we know of in that. And speaking of John Laurinaitis, in some more other news, because I saw this as I was prepping for the show, the Bella Twins' mother has divorced John Laurinaitis in the wake of all this happening. So, people power
Talk
is
about people power. That shit is dead.
like Uh, yeah, that's just basically it. She's just like, yep, I'm done. She's like, I'm done with him.
Listen, he did his job. His daughter-in-law is had a fucking beautiful career in WWE.
Right. And so we had that happen. So no more. She didn't divorce him. And I'm not shocked that they're not going to bring back Brock Lesnar. Never say never, but I feel like that the main point, that last sentence, that person said, "I'll be shocked they bring somebody back who is mentioned in a federal investigation." Like, I'll nah, I'll be trying to keep y'all's distance from him because we don't know who they gonna call, who else they could call in WWE. So don't be trying to bring no Brock Lesnar back. So besides that, oh yeah, in our last little bit of news regarding Scott D'Amore, see if Mongo put up. I don't think he put up a banner for this, but we can discuss it. Now y'all know about Scotty D. He got let go from TNA Wrestling earlier this year, and after that, they basically put him on a non-compete. He has a new promotion that is supposed to be debuting this weekend called Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. They basically he confirmed that even after he was fired, he basically had to broker out any sort of way for him to even get this off the ground. He's still being paid a full year after the fact. Actually, he had a non-compete that would have extended to that point. So he would have had to wait to 2025. He confirmed that originally he had a non-compete and the two sides were able to work that out, giving him the ability to run Maple Leaf Wrestling. Who they gonna call? Not the Diddlers.
And not
So
for
yeah,
nothing,
that's just the crazy thing. The TNA was really gonna hold this man up, be like, "Hey, we don't want you doing nothing at all for the
because
next year."
they know what he can do if he gets his hand on a wrestling product.
That's basically it. They're just scared of the wrestling mind that he is, but they'll be all right. They will be all right. So yeah, basically, no more Brock Lesnar, no more. He ain't coming back. We'll be good on that. But let's get on into last night's NXT. Let me put that. Boom, goes the Dynamite back up there. So last night's NXT was way better than the Raw that was taped, as somebody had responded to us on Twitter. So NXT started off right off the bat. We get a recap, and then we start off with the North American title celebration with Tony D, my boy, sipping wine, relaxing, looking good with that title. That's good, Kanisha. We glad you safe. Get out that cold because it is cold. So we got Tony D'Angelo celebrating, and then right out of no, he gives a toast to Oba Femi. Says Oba is a machine, but Tony needed to win that title by any means necessary, and he used his pride against him. So he's sitting up there celebrating, and here come Oba Femi being the big hater. He got to be, because it's like, man, you got lucky beating me. He tells him, hey, he can't lie. He admits Tony D'Angelo got him, congratulates him before saying it happened once and it won't happen again. And remember, they already told us they're fighting at Halloween Havoc. And if y'all don't know about the lore of Halloween Havoc, spin the wheel, make a deal. And that's what we're doing. And they went right off the bat. He spun that wheel, and they actually let it spin. And Tito knows exactly what I'm talking about, but we're going to get into that later. They let this wheel spin, and it landed on tables, ladders, and scares. Basically a TLC match. So a TLC match at Halloween Havoc for the North American title leads us into
Tony gonna die.
That's gonna be a good ass match. I'm just excited that we're gonna get to see them fight one more time. Like this is the rubber match. This is Tony D Oba 3.
And it should be you add in the TLC element to it. Like, look at Oba by himself without any of these fucking weapons and shit.
Right.
Dude's a monster. Now you're gonna give him the ability to slam motherfuckers through tables, smash a motherfucker with a chair. Fucking, does he need a ladder to climb up? Like,
we'll be with the TLC matches. Sometimes you need to pin them. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you got to go up a ladder. I always just wait till the match shows up because I always would wonder that too because it's like Edge, Christian, and the Dudleys. That was a TLC match. It was up on ladders grabbing belts. But then when you play the video game, you can pin in that match. You can turn pins on for some reason. So I'm like, so you can just have that match and it could just be a regular hardcore match, but you just say it's TLC. I hate the way they fuck around with the rules. It's so unnecessary. After that, we get Byron Saxton interviewing Oro Mensah. They go over the bullshit ass rules about the gentleman's duel. Lexus, the king, walks up, gives him a lecture, and that is that. We get Stephanie Verker making her in-ring NXT debut against Ren Sinclair. The highlight of that match was her putting Ren in that figure four head scissors and then bang, 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 bang her head on the canvas about 11 times. And then she put that poor girl to sleep because we knew that's what was going to happen. She put her in a package pile driver over the package pile driver neck breaker over the knee, done. And that was it. Roxanne and Cora came out there trying to fight, but Julia had to even the odds. And after all that, Stephanie issues a challenge for them for a tag match at Halloween Havoc. So I'm sure that'll be happening. So get ready to see that on Peacock. Trick Williams hanging out with my baby. Hanging out with her big cuz. Trick. Letting her shine. She needs more of this. You got to see her just be her. So I'm glad Trick brought that out of her. You saw Fatal Influence being some hating ass, there's being some hating ass hoes in the back, but that's all right. They can continue to be hating. That's just the Jasmine Nix project. Then we get to our favorite. We get to one of my favorite matches of the night. We get to Lexus King versus Oro Mensah, and just before that, you get Mike's protege, his Lexus King, Ashanti Adonis, finding him some women's. So his protege working, my protege doing it. We out here doing it's time. Man, Steph, I was just looking like, oh, that is a Mortal Kombat move. Yes, we are finally seeing that personality from my baby. It's finally coming out of her. Yes. Like, we need more of it, Kalani. We need more of it. We love you. So then we get Lexus King versus Oro Mensah. And it was just a wonderful match. I mean, Lexus did everything. He fought like a straight up gentleman and got the win. Because It's my NXT. And if you getting backed by me, you gonna be winning. You gonna be doing the damn thing. More than likely. Because I don't back losers. You gotta, if I'm liking you, you can't be losing all like that. Unless your name is Dolph Ziggler. That is like probably the biggest loser I've worked with him through thick and thin. I did not care. My Super Bowl was him beating the Authority in 2012. That wasn't even meant for him. But Roman Reigns was suspended, so they just was like, all right, Dolph. Hey, Lexus King is the dude. That's that dude, y'all. That man helped me discover Jasmine Nix. That day he hit on her, I was like, oh, yeah, he that dude. What up, Batty? Yeah. See, Batty. Now, what had happened, we just got the NXT. I'll tell you what you missed. We went over Jordan Grace and her husband. They both of their contracts are going to end in January 2025. So they basically are NXT WWE bound. They main roster NXT bound. Then we talked about Brock. He ain't coming back. They said he should not be coming back. They said they'd be shocked because he's the only other person mentioned in that federal investigation on Vince. So that's that. Also, the Bella Twins' mama divorced John Laurinaitis. That was just me, just being TMZ, just being messy. and now we just got to NXT. Yeah.
Man, you would have showed up on time. You would have known what happened.
Now, Betty be busy. But she here. That's all that matters, though. The queen is here. I appreciate everybody that joins. We love all y'all. But yeah. Lexus King, that's that dude. That is that dude. Oh, but yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Cookies, for saying that. Like, the people in NXT, if there's something about you that I like, I'm gonna like stomp. I'm gonna be sitting up here like, hey, you the shit. Fatal Influence. I don't give a shit about the Fatal Influence. That is the Jasmine Nix project, as far as I'm concerned. OTM. That's the Jada Parker experience. That ain't got nothing to do about them two dudes behind her. That is background. That is the
I
Jada
forgot
Parker
that those two
experience.
dudes still work there.
Then, whatever they're doing, keep collecting them paychecks, my dude. Because if I was in NXT, I'd be trying to do the same thing. I'd be trying to be Titus. I'll be doing community work. I'll be showing up at all the colleges. NIL. Yeah, come to NXT. I can be like you. You can be better than me. I'm not gonna wrestle. I can't wrestle. What happened? Oh, I got hurt. I get hurt. Just able
I
to
can't
get
even
y'all
ride
in
a
here.
bike as part of my entrance, but you can probably.
Y'all can make me remember the dude that you come on down. Don't you want to just come down to college? You know, you ain't doing nothing. You just sitting at home. I could be that dude for NXT. Well, oh yeah, you ain't doing nothing. All you did was graduate. You know, you want to go pro? Become a pro wrestler. Come on. You ain't doing shit. HBK, yeah. Come on, HBK. Just sign me up, bro. Just sign me up. I can get people to show up. But after that, let me get back to that NXT. Lexus King wins. He better have. We get Cedric and Javon Evans, big cuz, little cuz. They breaking down his little oopsie match against Randy. I would be like, ain't nothing to look the review. Like, that's Randy Orton. But Fraxium rolls up, aka Kurt Cobain and the Power Ranger. And they really look like that to that last night on NXT. I was like, holy crap, they really do look like Kurt Cobain and the Power Ranger. But they was talking that shit. And I'm like, yes, give us Cedric and Javon versus Fraxium. Let's get this tag team division rolling. Let's get this tag team division going. Old Randy. Randy old now, and he ain't discovered weed. That's why that's 09 Randy would, like we said last week, 09 Randy would have killed him. 04, that 2006 Randy would have just called him. He probably would have called him the N-word or with a hard or something, because that Randy was wilding. But I like that Randy because I didn't know he was wilding, because back then I was a teenager, so I just thought he was cool. See, yes. Randy, look, that man rated RK Bro was the best thing that could have ever happened, because that man, he probably already smoked weed, but even he said like Riddle was getting him like some of the best stuff ever. And he's just like, man, all I do is smoke, play Call of Duty, and eat. And I'm like, hey, we can tell you eat, because 09 Randy this Randy would kill 09 Randy, because 09 Randy was skin and bones. He just punted people in the head. That's all he did. So yeah, they were going over that. I'm waiting on. We need Fraxium versus Cedric and Evans. We need that. We need a title change. We need somebody to show up in NXT. We need something to happen in that tag division. Something got to happen, because if A-Town Down wasn't going to do it, then I don't know who can. We get a hype reel after that about Metaphor. I don't care about. Oh no, wait, the right Metaphor. I don't even call them Metaphor. It's Lash and Jakara. They talking about how they gonna whoop Damage Control's ass, and then after they done beating them, they said, Bianca and Jade, don't think we forgot about y'all, because we want our rematch so we can get our titles. And I'm over there like, yes, Lash. I've been on that Lash train even before the Trick Williams the little sidetrack, that little bullshit with her and Trick. But I'm like, she is big. She is a stallion, just like Meg. Like when I saw like her playing basketball, I was like, oh yeah, yep, you the truth. I like you. So like she been able to cut a promo. She just had to get the wrestling skills together. She can wrestle. Like she was Jada Parker before Jada Parker low-key even showed up. It's like, so if it ain't gonna be Jada Parker, like both of them need belts. Like Kalani, my baby, we love you, but hey, my other women, they need it. They need that. Like, baby, you gonna have to let them play. Like, they gonna have to let them play. Like, come on now, it's time for Lash. Like, y'all gonna give us, it's time for the Lash and Jakara experience. And yeah, R.I.P. Reggie, because Reggie loved him. He loved him some Jakara Jackson. I always think of him when I see her. Every time I would see her, I'm like, oh, that's Reggie's woman right there. He loved him some Jakara. I'm like, I like Lash. Trick got Lash. See? Trick Maddie. I didn't even know they was together. Then boom, look at that, Trick Maddie. Yeah, Sean definitely be telling all the folks in corporate about Lash, like, hey, she that one. She good. Then speaking of good, you got the match that I told y'all that was booked by me. Thank me later. Lola Vice versus Nikita Lyons. Y'all don't give a damn about what the fuck happened in this match. But unfortunately, except for the interference that happened when one of my y'all, we gonna have it's gonna be I call them Maddie's Angels. Well, they about to be fighting each other. I can't keep them from they just don't like each other. So it's gonna be Lola Vice versus Jada Parker, probably at Halloween Havoc. So but Jada Parker with the greatest interference of all time. I love it.
Let me get the Booker T on. Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I think I got the. We might have it. I know we got it. Yeah, when Lash. Oh, not Lash. Oh, we don't have it. Oh no. Dang.
Jada hit the greatest hypnotic ever.
Man,
I said
that
me
hip
next.
check was so damn good. It was me. This was honestly my reaction as soon as I saw it.
I love it. I screamed me next. I volunteer.
Like I love that the hip check. I love that hip check because it's the right everybody it's straight to the point. We already know that like that's the thing that I love about Jada Parker. She knows that she got a fat ass. She knows that y'all know that she got a fat ass. We all know she got a fat ass. We see the ass. Guess what else we see? We see the ass. We see the thighs that are attached to the ass. We see all that down there. So you might as well use that as a weapon. Boom! She knocking you the fuck out with them shits. And then you sleep.
Naomi does it on the main roster with the rear view, baby. Don't knock it till you try it.
And Batty with the perfect comment as I say that. Like me and Batty thinking at the same time. Like, that's why I like Jada Parker. Like, yeah. She know, like, she does not care. She's gonna approach the subject. Like, the elephant in the room is her ass. Yeah, y'all looking at that. Like, her shits are more power. Like, that hip check move is honestly more powerful than the rear view. Like, the rear view, you gotta have somebody ricochet and run into her ass. Nah, she's running into you. She's like, I'll do the work. I'm not gonna let the ropes bounce you up. Like, she's coming at you at full force and then just saying, shut up, putting you to sleep. Like, oh God, no. So I can't wait for them to fight because it's gonna be an actual good. It's not gonna be a Vince McMahon type of divas match. Yeah, it's gonna be two beautiful women fighting each other, but they can legit fight. Like Jada Parker's a former soccer player, and we already know Lola Vice's deal. She did all that MMA. Don't even remind me of that other promo because that one promo where she made it sad. You know what? I'm gonna get into it. That whole promo where she talked about her mom and had me thinking her mom was dead, and then her mom was right fucking there. And I'm like, she's not dead. Why was she? I mean, I know she loved her mom, but she was crying like her mom was dead. I thought her mom was dead. Like, oh, I threw the biggest fit when her mom showed up. Like, she ain't dead. Like, oh, Lola, you can't be crying like that. She's crying like she won a title. And I'm like, you ain't won a title. All you won is the breakout. That's honestly what made me notice you was the breakout. I didn't even like notice her before that. And Nikita Lyons gets the win. Whoop-de-damn-do. Congratulations. I guess we'll keep trying to figure something out for her to do. Ava is fending off fatal influence because they all want matches. She offers them a chance at a North American Championship match if they're able to beat Stephanie Verker and Julia next week on the 4th episode of NXT on the CW. They're not going to win. Just the spoiler alert, they are not going to win. And then after that, we got Javon Evans getting a pep talk from Cedric Alexander. And then right after that, we get another nothing match in Ridge Holland versus Riley Osborne. We just gonna go straight to the end. Ridge whooped that man's ass. And right when he was getting ready to just straight up murder him, we get the return of Andre motherfucking Chase. He had to show up to stop him from killing Riley. That could really breathe some. They could really breathe some fresh air into that tag division. And as much as they're featuring Javon on everything, like he's been, I think he's basically been on every episode at this point. Like y'all need to put a belt on him.
It will make sense for him because then you got Cedric who can mentor him. It's a perfect thing for him. It's best way to start him off. See how he does as a tag team before you start moving him into the single titles.
Maddie out here looking at Sid's cheeks.
She's looking at everybody's cheeks at this point.
His wife was talking about he was looking good on NXT last night, talking about so he looking like he might looking like I might want another baby. I was like, oh shit, oh Lord. She's ready to get the club shot up again. So we probably get Ridge Holland versus Andre Chase at Halloween Havoc. That'll probably be a decent match. We had Byron Saxton interviewing Tatum Paxley. I really got up, didn't really care about this until Jada Parker showed up. Jada Parker and OTM roll up basically told her, hey, she ain't got time to be playing with dolls, all that junk. And she basically cut a promo and was like, hey, Lola gonna learn not to play with Miss Parker. Hey, when Miss Parker speak, it's Miss Parker. I listen. Y'all gonna learn today. Because when Miss Parker says she don't play, guess what? She just don't play. It's just like Nia. Like, when Nia be like, you gonna acknowledge me? Like, it's different. When Roman said, it's like, you know what? I'm going to listen to you. Because I don't want no problems, Miss Lady. I don't want no problems, Miss Nia. You can hurt me. I like you, though. If I could be on your good side, I'd really like to be on good side. I don't want Kenny to show up. I don't want no problem. Look, even Kanisha on the Cedric train. She said dude look delicious. See? The ladies at UTR love you, Ceddy. But so we gonna get
We're gonna show up at all y'all doors and hit y'all with a bottle of Henny.
Total Paxton interrupts Jada Parker. Jada tells her she ain't got time to play. So that'll probably be a match in the near future on another episode of NXT. Then we get Ashanti, the Adonis versus Brooks Jensen. Man, Brooks Jensen is just a hater now. He enjoying up with Sean Spears, who is not a fucking hot commodity whatsoever. Ashanti should have won, but he didn't. Brooks Jensen picks up the win, but that's all right because Ashanti the Adonis still won because he got him some women looking at him. He got the ladies looking at him. That's all he need. So watch out, Sean Spears. Just wait till he all they gotta do is give him a kiss. They don't even gotta give him booty yet. They just gotta give him a kiss. And he'll be back. Then we just go right into the main event. The triple threat match between All Ego, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, and Wes Lee. It was a really good match. They made sure that it kind of went back and forth, but the person that Mike said was going to win ultimately won. It was Ethan Page. He scored the pinfall after Javon Evans was basically about to get the win, and he shows up out of nowhere with a side press on Javon Evans, making sure Javon Evans takes the pin to get the number one contender. So we're going to get Ethan Page versus Trick Williams at Halloween Havoc. And this is where the bullshit of spin the wheel, make the deal came in, because they didn't even let that wheel spin. Me and Tito definitely noticed that last night, because that wheel said, they said, stop. It stopped so quick on a Devil's Playground match. You're probably wondering, what is a Devil's Playground match? It's the same thing as a tables, ladders, and scares match. It just has a different name.
Fucking goes.
Like, it's literally the same thing. They're not going to be anything different. Mike, the dude that does the announcing on NXT, he had tweeted out the wheel. He was like, what's the match y'all want to see? I said, because I said it I think I said it last week about, I knew I said it a few weeks ago about Braun and Bronson. I said, them boys need to be in a boiler room brawl. And that's literally on the wheel. I said, oh, I need somebody to land on that. But they're probably not. This is going to probably be on there for decorative purposes. But I would love to see a boiler room brawl in 2024. But they don't got no two big people. Like, that's honestly a match that you need, like, two big dudes fighting, or two people that really hate each other. And I don't see Lexus King and Oro Mensah doing that. Honestly, for Halloween Havoc, they could bring back the fight pit, and that would be honestly decent enough. So that was NXT. Pretty decent show. And they made sure to end. The main event started at 9:43. So I was looking at the clock like, y'all ain't got that much time. So y'all gonna have to speed it up. But they made sure they got it all in for those last 17 minutes, and they ended at exactly 9:59. So good job, NXT. Good job, NXT. Good job, as always, by HB Shizzle, the GOAT, for putting as much. You get so much story out of 2 hours. Be safe, baddie. We'll see you tomorrow, girl. So then we're going to go right into AEW Dynamite.
I said, hey. I think he probably is a little upset about that. And I don't blame him. I mean, I think it all just came down to basically that schedule. How often do you want to be wrestling? Luckily, he ain't got. I mean, honestly, that's old news. They already took their shots at each other about that shit.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's just like, oh well, they both won. Like, he's getting paid. They're both in a good place. Like, they honestly, it was best I honestly didn't want to see him in WWE. Like, looking back now, he's better in AEW. He's way better in AEW. He wouldn't have made sense in WWE at all. He would have low-key kind of been like how Ricochet was for the longest. Like, them last few.
Honestly, only thing that would have saved him, he has more personality than Ricochet.
Yeah. So AEW, this is the first episode at the Wrestle Dream. So no more Bryan Danielson. He's dead and gone. Dead and gone.
R.I.P.
Adam Cole returns. So we got face Adam Cole. He's back, y'all. We also got Shelton Benjamin versus Lio Rush. This is going to be a real good match. This is one of the matches where if you're not going to watch anything, watch this. Watch that match. You're also going to get supporting the hurricane relief down there in the Carolinas, the Carolina Zone, FTR versus Big Bill and Brian Keefe of the Learning Tree. That'll be a good match. Just to benefit the Hurricane relief. So that should be a decent match. Hey, Brian Danielson is dead and gone, dead and gone. He's that man made sure. What still pisses me off is they did all that to write him off as a full-time wrestler just for him to come back in the hopes of him to come back as a part-timer. I'm like, nah, you died. You are done. You ain't coming back. Don't come back. Ain't no coming
Yeah,
back. Ain't no
you
part-time.
you
Ain't no
you already
time.
told Birdie once you lose is you done. That's it. Like you lost.
Like,
Go
ain't
plant
no
go plant some
reason.
vegetables. Fucking read a book, climb a tree, build a fucking clubhouse for your kids.
And then we're also going to get Queen Aminata versus the TBS and New Japan Strong Women's Champion Mercedes Mone. That is so that is the only women's match that we're going to have on there out of the 2 hours. So I guess. In trios action, we are going to get the Elite, the Young Bucks, and OK versus Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and Rocky Romero. And then we're getting this is a weird matchup, but it might be good for some odd reason. I'm hoping Jay White versus Christian Cage. That might be good. And then honestly, and then what should be the main event, but it's AEW, so you never know when it's gonna happen. Jon Moxley is the new AEW World Champion, and nobody is safe. Oh no, everybody got a shot at getting murked with him. Because I didn't even notice, and I was listening to the podcast after that man won the title. He didn't celebrate. I low key didn't even that. Didn't register in my head. He won the title. After he won the title, he threw it in a black bag and then proceeded to go right back to murdering Bryan Danielson. So yeah, they low key got me interested in this storyline. The biggest thing was a lot of folks were thinking like, oh, it's going to be Shane McMahon. It's going to be Shane McMahon. I honestly don't see how Shane McMahon could be popping up out of any of this now. So this might just be Tony Khan just in his bag with whatever he's doing. Like, we just got to wait for it to play out. Like, I'm honestly intrigued to see how AEW reacts now that Mr. Feeney is dead and gone. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So I will say, all in all, we have been sufficiently electrified. We damn have. So, there we go. I'm back up here. Remember, y'all, UTR airs every week on Thursdays, 8:45-ish. Heavy on the ish on Thursdays. You can catch us Monday through Wednesday, 6:05. Just like the old TBS times, it's Saturday night at 6:05. Follow us at Facebook /Under the Ring Pod and Twitch.tv /Under the Ring Pod. We also got a link tree /Under the Ring Pod, and we also got fingertip.com /Under the Ring Pod. And there we got our links. Follow the man, Greg Bush SK, the one who gets paid for them clicks. Give him all the clicks, give him all the follows, give him all the love. He the one that gets paid for all this, like I said just a few seconds earlier. The man behind the camera, Rock Reels 44, our first ever Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion. We got our current Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, Mr. Freshbeard, the teacher man, Mike Jones. You can follow me at The Right Answer. I'm your Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion, the forever IC champ, the final Maddie. follow me. You want to see all the beers I be drinking and all that on Instagram. Or our street team captain, Boreal Maliente. Our
I'll
boy.
be at Comic-Con tomorrow, bitches. Come see me.
Good night, Kanisha. You have a good one. Enjoy that tea, girl. And follow our good boy, our local news correspondent, Devontae Sang, Justin D. Baxley. Y'all have y'all a wonderful night. Because you know what I'm about to play. Have y'all a wonderful night. Be safe and doing whatever you do. And tomorrow night, 8:45-ish, and be on the air. But more importantly, do the Don, y'all. Hey, do the Don, y'all. Do the Don. Hey, peace out, y'all.